Welcome everybody to the Fibre Friends Knitting Podcast. I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool.
Hi, and I'm Cheryl from My Needle Crafts.
And we have a podcast every weekend showing you what we've been knitting, what Cheryl's been sewing, and there may be a few new designs to show you in the very near future too.
There could be.
I'm pretty excited. So anyways, knit a long time, Cheryl.
We're trying to get her done.
Have you been getting anything done?
Only work. Work, and more work this week. I'm not complaining, but I'm glad it's Friday.
So it's been cutting into your knitting and stitching time. Is that the problem?
It has a lot, yes.
Yeah, work has a tendency to do that.
It can.
Weekend now. So maybe we can all get a whole bunch done this weekend. Get her done.
Yes.
Get her
because
we
still have till Monday.
We do. I'll close everything. We always say it technically closes Sunday night, but I'll close it Monday morning. So if anybody is with time change differences. So yeah, so if anybody wants to stay up super late Sunday night to get something finished or even just make more progress, because remember, you don't have to finish to qualify for the prize draws. As long as you've made some progress towards your goal or a finish, post your pictures over in the finish thread.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there has been. Have you checked the Ravelry group at all? Or you probably have been too busy? I know. Sorry, I'll stop asking you questions like that.
I'm so embarrassed.
No, well, you've been sewing, because I know every time we've chatted this week, you've been sitting at your sewing machine working like crazy.
Trying to, yep.
Yeah.
Get her done. Trying to get her done.
I've got Ravelry here.
Oh, okay.
I know. I thought I wanted to take a peek at the finished thread. There are, what do we have? I think there's about 10 entries so far. And I know there's a lot more people working on this challenge than 10 people.
Yeah. I saw a couple in the Facebook group too. Did you get those added in?
I did. Donna and Catherine both, because if anybody doesn't use Ravelry, or if you have trouble with Ravelry, because sometimes it can be tricky getting a picture uploaded or whatever, tag me in the Fibre Friends Friday Night Knit In Facebook group and ask me to add you to the Ravelry thread, and I can do that for you. And then, but just make sure that I answer you back saying that I've added you, just so, I don't miss your comment or something. But there are lots of discussions. Yeah, Asa has a sleeve. That was her challenge, was to get a sleeve done on one of her sweaters, and she's got that done.
Nice.
There was, so here I will, because I'm sure some people probably haven't. Oh my gosh, look at these gorgeous pictures. Let me see. People have been chatting over here on Ravelry, so we'll just kind of scroll through really quick. Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, so I think this is Sharon. Oh no, this is Paula. Knitting Purple. She says, I don't have old whips, but I have 2 projects that have been ignored for the last couple of months. I meant to be making for my daughter. Oh, egg cozies, that's what they are. And the second one just needs oh my gosh, they're cute.
I was looking for the egg cups on.
They're in the chit chat. This is in the chit chat thread.
Oh, you're in the chit chat.
I'm in the chit chat. Yes, because not everybody has posted over in the finish. So I'm sure they're going to post this weekend as they some people have been posting as they get them done. I'm sure a lot of people will just post at the end. I know, look at them. Aren't they cute?
Those are neat.
Oh, this is
some socks and some sleeves and more socks and a sweater.
Scrappy blanket.
A couple shawls.
Oh, Asa's got a different
Oh,
project in here. I know, isn't that fun? Yeah, Jessica's striped blanket
yeah.
too. Whose is this? This one's really pretty colored. I mean, they're all pretty. Bobby. She said to hope to finish her habitations row. Yeah.
I feel it's very shameful.
Well, you can only do what you can do. Oh, Margaret's got a beautiful
That's
shell in here. Yeah, it's so fun to see. Yeah, and this one, so Crabby Chipmunk, the sweater you just showed. She said this is her first real sweater.
it's awesome.
I know, look at that.
It looks
It's
like
exciting.
something I would like to wear.
It looks really fun, just the detail down the front. I like the yarn she's using. Really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I know, it's so fun. I like this. Let's get her done. It's just like a good little push. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think what's the best way to say this. It's a little push to get something done. So do you want to see what I've been working on?
Yes, a
For
little bit of
mine?
motivation, I think.
My European road trip shawl. So I way overestimated my goals for this challenge, like hugely. But there we are. This is it's getting big though. I remember last week I thought I had only done 2 balls, and then once I held it up, you're like, yeah, I don't think that's 2 balls, Louise.
Yeah, it's getting huge.
It is getting big. So I weighed it, and I did have 3 balls done or I was working on my 3rd, which I finished. So I'm on my 4th ball.
I think every time I've seen you in the last week, you've been knitting that.
This has been the bulk of my knitting for sure. And
That's really coming along.
It's getting big. But I tell you, it's just literally miles and miles of stockinette, which I don't mind. I know some people think it's very boring. I like to refer to it as relaxing. But every once in a while, I have to put it down and have a change of scenery. Have to pick
I
up
don't
something
doubt
different.
it.
But I put a marker in last week. Maybe it's on this side. For when we started this challenge last Friday, right there. So it doesn't look like I've gotten a whole lot done on it.
Oh, it does if you hold up how wide it is.
Yeah, well, I suppose maybe I could actually, because there's no
That's a
ink
lot of knitting.
I could tell you exactly how many stitches, and so I guess it is I guess it's a fair amount.
That's like a half of a back of a sweater in fingering weight.
That's true.
That's a lot of knitting.
It's felt like a lot of knitting, and I had said I wanted to finish 2 balls. No, not gonna happen. Well, no, okay, no, because here's one full ball that I haven't touched yet. But ball, like the first ball number 1 of 2, it might be half gone now.
Mhm.
So maybe I will. Is it too late to revamp my goal? It's never too late, right?
You can do whatever you want.
Exactly. But so this is my new, because there's no way I'm going to get a ball and a half done. But if I can finish this one and get this one started, I would be super happy with that.
I think that's a good goal.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm getting excited to wear it. I think this will be like the perfect shawl to wear, like an evening at the beach or something this summer.
Yeah.
So I do really want to try and get it finished so I can wear it. So that is that.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm not near as far as I had wanted it to be, but
That's okay.
I'm making progress, so I'm happy with that. I do have a finish,
Yay,
and it had nothing to do with the challenge, but I'll show
that's
you.
okay. A finish
Well,
is always good.
it's kind of finished. I'm still working on it's finished in my books. I weaving in ends is sometimes optional, but
It's off the needles.
it is off the needles. This was one of my New Start Monday projects from probably about 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
The Patton's Classic Wool DK Superwash.
That turned out amazing.
I like it. I really like it.
That looks very cozy.
Yeah, I know. It's a little too warm to try it on and model it.
Yeah, it is. It's really warm and muggy today.
It is.
We've had pouring rain all morning, and then the sun came out and it's warmed up. It was 5 degrees yesterday morning when I got up, and now it's like 24 and humid, and
feels a lot hotter than 24.
It does.
Yeah. So done. So I will weave my ends in soon.
That looks great.
I know. I was really happy with it.
And is that another pattern that's gonna come along soon?
It is. I'm going to get my act together and I'm going to start writing up all these patterns. I've got them all. I've got rough copies of all of them that I've been knitting from. So
good.
Yeah.
That'll be great. Some nice charts.
Yes. Yeah. Because I want to knit them again. So it would be, yeah, I'm just gonna chart them up and make them available if anybody else wants to knit them. Do you want to show what you've been working on?
I do. Wednesday night, these have been sitting on my side table for, I can't remember when I finished them, like 2 months ago. I think I've knit 2 pairs of socks since I was doing these. And I did shorties.
Yes.
Well, they were always falling off my heel. So my intent was to rip out the ribbing that I had done, like, an inch or so of ribbing.
Yep.
And go back to before the ribbing and add in a little bit more of it,
of a leg. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I've done about 6 rounds, I think.
I think if I'm revamping my goals for the Get Her Done challenge, I think you could too. And why don't you add those socks in?
So these are my ends. So I'm going to knit straight until I finish off these little bits.
Yep.
And then I have these 2 leftover bits that I'll use to do some ribbing.
Okay.
Whatever I can get. And if that doesn't work, I'll find something else in my leftover bits to finish off the cuff.
Finish it off. That should be fine. I mean, the black looks like it matches perfect.
Yeah, I think I did the black heels. I did black heels on the full length socks I did of this. So then I had the red, so I did heels. So we'll see. I mean, if I split them both in half, I could just do some ribbing with a stripe in the middle or something.
Yeah, just get creative.
I don't care. I just want to use up the yarn and I want them to not fall off the back of my heel. So has anybody ever doing shorties like done any decreases before you do the ribbing? Or I was thinking maybe, what if I do a twisted rib on the knit stitches? Does that pull it in, give it a little less stretch? Because what I was finding was my 1x1 rib was just stretching out too much, I think.
Yeah. I would go down on your or just before you do your first round of ribbing, I would take out 4 or 6 stitches, maybe 6 stitches, 4. Yeah.
Or I could go down, like I'm using a 2.25 millimeter. I could go down to a 2 millimeter.
You could.
Maybe that would do the job.
I either or do both. I mean, what 4 stitches would be about half an inch worth of knitting. And then
Yeah.
if you went down a needle size, because you don't want to make your cast
Nope.
off any less stretchy or you won't be able to get it on.
No, for sure. And I
Yeah.
won't change that.
Yeah. No, I think I am not an experienced shorty sock wearer.
Me neither. I have about 3 pair. And the funny part is that my favorite pair, they have a picot edge on the top. They don't even have ribbing, but they do have a taller, like they have
They have a bit more leg.
probably an inch and a half of a leg, and they never fall off. And I
Mm,
had knit those toe up as well. Oh no, I lie. Picot edge, I knit them cuff down.
top down.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, that's a really good question for somebody who wears a lot of socks during the summer is, yeah, what makes the shorties fit better? Is it having a little bit more leg, decreasing stitches around the ribbing,
Yeah. I just don't want them to fall down the back of my heel.
or
So
maybe any of those options
yeah,
would do
tell
the
us
trick
below
for you.
what you do. Give me some ideas,
Yeah.
and then I can figure out how to finish them.
Cheryl needs help.
I need help.
We have to fix these socks. Okay, somebody will have a brilliant idea. I'm sure you'll get quite a few suggestions that you can pick from. See what's worked for other people. Well, I'm glad that's a good thing to talk about because once you've got something knit, there's no reason why you can't pull something out if you're not happy with it.
Right.
Yeah. Got to be able to, you want to wear it. So my other Get Her Done project, I haven't touched. Not even sure where it's sitting right now, where I've set it. My
I
cowl.
didn't touch any of mine that I
Well, that's
had
okay.
that I showed last week.
We still have the whole weekend ahead of us. I know Mary posted in the Fibre Friends group and she was like, oh my gosh, I didn't meet my challenge, but it does not end Friday. It goes right through till Sunday night. So don't panic. And there are no, I was going to say losers. That's not the word I want to say, but nobody fails because unless Cheryl, unless she doesn't even pick up her project.
Unless you're like me and don't do any of it.
But you know what, even that, Cheryl, I'm going to say is not even a fail because you know what, you've pulled them out. Now they're in your thought process and they're there, so even if you don't get to them this weekend,
Well, they're
they're not
not up in my closet anymore. They're
ex-
down beside my chair. So
exactly, so even if they don't get done now, sometime in the near future, not like 10 years from now, so even that is a win.
yeah,
Yeah. We celebrate all the little wins around here. Finishing is not the end all and be all.
that is true.
Yeah. You got to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
That's my thought. So, yeah. So it's still not even too late. If anybody watches this podcast this weekend and you have got something you want to start this weekend, put down in the Facebook group what your challenge is or over in the Ravelry chit chat thread and work on it this weekend.
Yeah, you might have something sitting that's been, sort of sitting around just needing to be sewn up or
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Or just make a challenge on what even your current project really,
Yeah.
and just say, over the weekend I want to get 4 inches
This,
knit on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get a sleeve done.
Yeah.
Or
Get her
yeah.
done. So I've been really enjoying, there's been so many pictures in the Facebook group. It's great. Everybody's been posting. Every time I go on and I look, there's more pictures of somebody showing what they're going to work on, showing something that's finished, showing some progress. It's been great, great fun. So we will draw prizes for this challenge next podcast. So next weekend podcast, we will do random number generator again, and we'll give away a couple of more patterns for 2 lucky getter donors. Getter donors. Okay, is that a word? 2 lucky knitters or crocheters who have been working on projects. And then we'll be able to show our progress or whatever we've got done. This is, at least this is nice. I can knit on this. I can knit and talk on this and not, well, hopefully not mess up. Every
I
once in a
think
while.
that's why I was liking my socks, because they're just plain knitting, because my other pair of socks are patterned.
Did you work on those socks?
I haven't. I did a little bit last weekend after we podcast. I did a little bit, I think another, half a pattern repeat, but
You got
I
a
did a
zig
bit of
done?
stitching.
Oh yeah, you were stitching.
I was.
I actually did a little yarn shopping this week.
You did?
I did, because I wanted some new yarn for a New Start Monday project. So I went to Little Red Mitten
right.
last Friday, right after we recorded. I started editing and stopped editing and thought, I'm going to Little Red Mitten. They opened last Friday for in-person shopping. So I thought, I think I need to go. So I bought, and I've already started it because it was my New Start Monday project. It looks so pretty in the skein.
That is beautiful.
And there it is, all wound.
I see something else in your room that looks very, very similar to that.
You do? Oh, you mean this? You mean I'm drawn to the same colors?
Well, I think I see a theme going on here.
Yeah, and I was thinking there was I have another shawl downstairs that's on one of my mannequins downstairs, and I thought, oh, I think they're fairly close too, but that is it. That is same colors, but much darker shade. So this is totally different than that. This is a summery version of what I have downstairs.
I love it.
But yeah, well, maybe I
That
could wear
is
them.
so bright and cheery.
It is. So this is Leo and Roxy, and it's their Orange Crush colorway.
Nice.
Yes, and it won the challenge. I'll save. So I did buy 2 skeins, but I'll show you that one next week. And that was a Full Moon Fibers skein. It was the 2 50-gram skeins, but I'll show that next week. So this is the Orange Crush.
Wow, that's
Started.
pretty. So is the orange in that sort of like leaning toward a rusty color, or is it more of a brighter orange?
It's a brighter orange.
Oh, okay.
But it does have.
It looks a little dark on the screen, so I wasn't sure.
No, it's not dark. It's fairly light, and but it does have little bits of like hot pink, kind of a, well, it's a bright pink, but it's like it's more like a raspberry, but it's really bright.
Okay, that's what I was seeing, and I wondered if
seeing?
maybe that was a deeper orange.
No, it is I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's more of it's a pinky color.
Nice.
Yep, and with a little bit of yellow in there. So this was my second go. I did a swatch that was all wonky because I was playing around with how many stitch edges I wanted, and yeah, getting my pattern to fit in with the increases and decreases on every row. So now I think I've got it.
So This is going to be a shawl.
Yes, an asymmetrical shawl. And it's got double yarn overs on the edge. Now,
Yeah.
there, against the dark maybe.
Yep, that looks nice.
And just enough of a pattern. It's holding it so there's no edges aren't curling.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Yeah, I'm liking. Now my problem is I don't want to knit on my European road trip shawl because I want to pick this up.
Well, and I had the same thing because sitting looking at my linen and the suggestions last week, and I can't remember who it was that suggested it, that I do start with the 2 balls of the lighter blue that I have starting at the bottom and work my way up till I was done, and then stripe the other 2 colors for the top part. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. So then all I wanted to do was go and swatch and start, you know,
I know.
start doing it. And I'm like, yeah.
Something new and shiny, right? I know.
I can't do it.
I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to do a little bit of both. I'm going to really want to work on my European road trip shawl so I can get my goal. So my new revised goal done. And maybe I'll work because my little shawl, my new shawl it's a 4-row repeat. So I could, you know, do a little stockinette on my European road trip shawl. Then I could do 4 rows on my orange crush shawl and just kind of go back and forth a little.
Yeah.
Spice it up a little. But my other cowl, I don't know. Maybe I'll start working on it too. Maybe I'll put the third color or the second color, the third color of the cowl, the second color of blue. Maybe I'll start a little design with it. So at least it will have had a little bit of knitting done on it too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to finish up these socks because really, like, how much do I have to do? Like a couple inches. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to finish them.
Okay.
And I don't know what else I'm going to do.
Whatever.
I'm too tired to figure it out today.
You know what? Just do what you feel like doing.
Exactly.
That's what we should all do. Knitting is not supposed to be work, and you want it to be enjoyable. That's my thought on that.
Agreed.
Yes.
So you want to see what I stitched last weekend?
Yeah, I do.
So my one oh my goodness, I am so brain dead. My Modern Folk Embroidery monthly stitch along, you know, I decided the other day, like, it's the middle of June and I haven't started June's portion. So I'm like, okay, I'm done with working on Long Dog Samplers Pandemic, but so I put it away to pull out the other one, but I will show you what I did get done. Last time I just had this big strip done.
Yes.
So I finished all of this. Look at the little squirrel. He's so cute.
Oh, he's cute.
So yeah, from all this section right here, I finished all of this. And then I started on this next bit down here.
You got a lot done.
I did get quite a bit. I was quite pleased with, you know, how much I had done. But,
nice.
You know, mid-thread, and I'm like, nope, done. Got to get the next one out. So I got it all back on the frame, and yeah, oh, there's my back.
That is so neat.
So I now have a bird.
Oh.
All I did was this.
That little.
This here.
It's cute.
But I did that in just an evening. And then our friend Trish got me this needle minder. It says happy camper.
Happy camper.
And
Oh,
it's
how cute.
perfect. I love it. So yeah, that was like last weekend. I haven't touched those, I don't think, since the weekend or maybe Monday. But I did talk about a couple weeks ago, I talked about a new bag that I bought.
Well, yeah, didn't you went and had a little visit with Caroline,
I
didn't
had
you?
a little visit with Caroline from Evertote, our lovely Fibre friend Caroline. So I had ordered this bag from her, and she messaged me to tell me that it was ready. So I went and had a little visit with her
Nice.
and picked up my bag. And while I was there, I also got some Leo and Roxy
Thread?
embroidery floss.
What? Oh my. Oh. Oh. I love that sage green.
I know, it's beautiful, and it's called sage.
It's perfect. Good
So
guess.
these are the colors I picked out, and I do have a project now in mind that I'm going to stitch using some of them, and I've got it all ready to go in my new bag.
What project?
And because it was my birthday last week, and sometimes when you sign up for emails, you get coupons on your birthday. So I got a coupon code from Lindy Stitches. So I went and bought this that has been in my cart for quite a while, waiting, because I love it. It's called Beautiful Things.
I like that saying.
And it says, "Oh, my darling, it's true. Beautiful things have dents and scratches too." And I thought it was just awesome. And it has a bird.
Well, I'm looking at the flowers. Where's the bird?
Yeah. Sitting right in the pot.
Oh, that big white thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking at the daisy, and isn't that funny
Yeah.
what your eye gets
I
drawn
know,
to?
it's beautiful. So I'm like, okay, I certainly have some colors here that I can use.
Yes.
Because the palette seems pretty close to me.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So
absolutely.
I just need to get some fabric, and then I'll have a new little stitchy start. That's why I bought a new bag.
Because you have to have some. Well, yeah. I love it. Oh, that's great. I can't wait to see that stitched up with the new Leo and Roxy floss.
Yeah. And because they're hand dyed, they're the words will come. They're tonal.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and then when you do that in your stitching, you get some nice tonal effect
You
to
sure
the
will.
color. They're not just like solid blocks, and it
Right,
looks
right.
really pretty.
Ooh, all right. I can't wait to see some progress on that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I got.
Hey, what about sewing?
I'm always sewing.
So do you have what bags? Do you have some bags that you can show?
I have some sitting here. They're not new, but they're ones that I just finished up this morning or today for some orders to go out, and I can show them to you.
Yeah, I want to see them.
In person almost. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I dropped a thread on the floor. That's not good.
Is that from your pandemic?
Yeah. I pulled it out of the bag, so.
At least you know with the colors, you know which one goes with which.
I know.
Red for one, blue for the other.
So I had somebody ask me about doing some bags in darker colors, because I guess I kind of have a theme. I go for, prints on a lighter background, and I didn't have anything that was like darker colors. So I can't remember if I showed this one or not, but
That's
nice. Yeah, it reminds me of like a watercolor or something.
Yeah.
So on a black. Yep. Tried that one. Oh, Wait, sorry. And then this one here.
That's pretty. I love the flowers on that one.
Yeah, it's like a caramely camel color bottom, and then yeah, just some nice light turquoise and peachy colors, and then this camel yellowy
That's
color up here again. Yeah. Caroline has this bag. And then this one here. It's like a chocolate brown, and then it has all these tealy blues and a little bit of a it's kind of a green down in here, like
That's
olive maybe. Yeah,
I like that.
these are my big knit night bags, and they hold lots.
Yes.
I'll
Like,
just show you the inside just to.
yeah, like what is it?
And they
Like,
have the wire frames.
so it'll just stay open. Yeah, because you could put in there what, like 6, 7,
Oh,
8
yeah.
balls of sock yarn.
Oh my goodness. That, yeah, you could easily get 6 to 8 skeins of sock yarn in there.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, those were just sitting there. So
They're nice.
thank you.
I do like those. I need one of those. And I like them with the darker bottom and handle. I like that.
Oh, like the first one.
I do like that.
Yeah, I have I probably have some more fabric downstairs that, I haven't cut into yet. So
Excellent. Yeah. Well, one day when you're in between busy times,
yeah,
I will
well,
have to
busy
put
now because
have to place my order.
I have a wholesale going out this week coming. I have to get done and finish up on some orders, and then we go camping a week from Monday. So kind of got to get things all tidied up and then go on a little vacation. And
Nice. Oh, that's exciting. That's something to look forward to.
oh, I can't wait.
Have you thought about what knitting projects you're going to take with you?
Probably some socks. I think I might. We'll see by next Friday. I'll probably have them wound up and ready to go. I got to pick I don't know if I'm going to get out I think I talked about getting out my new skein of from the Loving Path for the Be a Freaking Unicorn. Yeah. So it's either going to be that, or I'll grab two skeins of Croy to start another pair of Croy.
Right. And 2 skeins because you always do 2 at a time.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll definitely take some socks, something easy, and I will definitely take some stitching. So
do you think you'll have your summer top started?
Maybe I could do that too, because that's some easy mindless round and round knitting.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exciting. Oh, I'm jealous. You've got vacation to look forward to.
Yep, 4
Very
nights
fun.
of camping and lots of fishing.
Nice.
And no sunburn this time.
Yeah, no, you've done that once already. Don't need to do it again, right?
Yeah, I'm still suffering the effects, and it's been over a week. So.
Oh, geez. Well.
My own fault.
Yeah, that's what it seems to happen though, right? Kind of every summer, usually you end up getting more sun than you think you're getting, right? Or you think you're in the shade and you're not, and
yeah,
it happens.
So do you have any future plans?
Oh, well, I'm already thinking about what yarn I'm going to have for this week's New Start Monday. So I really hope I have big plans to knit all weekend long.
Good.
Yeah, I don't have to, last weekend I did a fair bit of running around, so it kind of cut into my knitting time. But this
Hmm.
weekend is really just staying home and getting some knitting done.
Yeah.
It's Father's Day, but I don't think my dad is home this weekend, so
No.
I'm not sure. But yeah, so I really nothing too much.
Yes.
Little Red Mitten is doing their Knit in Public Day tomorrow, though, on Saturday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they
Yeah, outside, right?
because we did our own little Knit in Public with our Wednesday night knit night group.
Yes, last Saturday.
Yeah, there was 5 of us, and we just met outside at a park, and we sat and knit. It was, oh, and last Saturday was the most perfect day.
It was a beautiful day.
It was just, there was a breeze. It was warm, but not hot. It was like, it truly was the perfect day. It was gorgeous out. And it was just lovely to sit in the park and just people watch. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't really been able to do that for a while. And being outside, kids were at playgrounds and people out walking their dogs or riding bikes or pushing a baby stroller. It was so great to see people outside. I wonder what they thought as they were going by, and they're like, what are those women doing sitting knitting? And um we started um our knitting afternoon with some yoga, because you know how I've always been wanting to do yoga, right?
Mhm.
It's been on my want to list. Well, I have started to do yoga now. So Alyssa and Marg were like, got down on the grass with me, and they were showing me a couple of yoga poses, because I was talking about, because I don't know all the names of things. I'm like, well, I did this where you did this, and I'm like, here, just let me show you. And then Alyssa's like, oh, well, here's a better way to get into that pose. So she got down on the grass.
Yeah, and I would have tried that too. You guys were doing that when I got there, except for I was wearing white pants and I was sunburnt to heck. So there
Yeah,
was
no,
no there was no getting down on the ground.
no,
It looked like a really good stretch
it
though.
was a fantastic stretch through the hip, and I know. So now I'm excited. So I'm a yoga person. And see, I don't even know the terms. I got to get up. I don't know. What do you call yourself?
Are you a yogi?
A yogi? Yeah, I guess is
I
that.
don't know.
I
Sounded good.
I don't know. I'm doing yoga anyway, so it was fun. So yeah,
Good.
so Little
Good
Red
for
Mitten is
you.
doing their Knit in Public Day this weekend, and I think they have some plans because we can still have groups of 10 gathered
Mhm.
outdoors. I think in their newsletter, they were talking about having some tables set up, 3 or 4 sets of 10 people kind of around outside around the, I don't know, in the parking lot or the grass
Yeah,
area behind their parking lot.
that's a good idea.
Hmm.
Well, I'm going to spend most of my weekend working and in between I will relax a little bit and not work like a dog all day.
No.
And Sunday I'm going to go see my stepdad because my mom has gone up north fishing.
Oh,
She
has
left
she?
today, so he's alone. And so I'll go over and spend a little bit of time with him on Sunday. So
Oh, nice.
for Father's Day. But
Nice.
other than that, that's my weekend.
My goal. Yeah, I went now that I'm working on this again, I really want to get this ball done. But I'm gonna spend half my time like squeezing the ball. I'm like, oh, is it getting smaller?
At least don't get the scale out. It's like trying to lose weight and you step on the scale every single morning and nothing's happening.
I was actually gonna do that. I meant to I have it. It's just on the other side of my work table here. I can't reach it. I was going to weigh it right now to see. Maybe I'll weigh it and I'll post a picture in the on Instagram and the Facebook group just for fun to see, because I don't know. I think it's half gone.
Do you think so?
I think so. Or maybe I just really want it to be half gone, but I'm pretty sure it feels, because you know how because it looks full, right? And then I just love that when you squish it and there's like emptiness in there, right? So maybe, I know if I weigh it and it's not half gone, I'll be really bummed out.
So don't weigh it yet. Just keep knitting.
Just keep knitting.
Just keep knitting. Just keep knitting.
I could do that. I could knit 2 more rows and then think about weighing and then knit 2 more rows. I'm just going to weigh it. Who am I kidding? I want to know.
You will, yeah.
But I'll just keep plugging away. Get something on Netflix and just kick back and relax.
Yeah.
My shawl. Think about wearing it. Yeah, so I can't wait to see all the other pictures that people are going to post. I have to go through and do a count, see how many people, because what I find really exciting about this is that it has some new well, I think some of them are brand new members, but other members of the Facebook group who just don't always post. And it has got them posting pictures this time, which is really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, the group's been busy for sure. And I've added quite a few new people again this week. So
yeah, that's exciting. And so it's fun to see some new people joining, because we have a really good group, a really good community of knitters. So it's fun to see everybody posting and commenting on people's posts.
Yeah, for sure.
And our next challenge weekend coming up in July is our yarn dyeing weekend. Do we know what weekend we want to do that on yet?
I was sort of thinking the weekend of the 20, I want to say 24th, 25th.
So Friday, July 23rd.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah. 23rd, 24th, 25th.
That's the only weekend that I'm home, the week before and the week after.
Okay. Then that's the weekend it'll be.
And I got an email this week from the Toronto Knitters Guild that they're doing that weekend a faux frolic online.
Oh, is that weekend?
So we'll have to watch for some news on that. I'm sure they'll be posting on their social media about that. So all their typical vendors that go to Toronto in April, I'm sure will all be included, plus some others like myself on the waiting list.
So a faux frolic just means like an online event. So everybody will have
online Fibre show. Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, that would be fun. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And we can combine both in the same weekend.
Exactly. And I got an email this past week. I don't know if it's a big secret or not, but they're starting preparations for Woolstock, the former Woodstock Fleece Festival, which is now going to be in Paris, Ontario, in October. But plans are on the way. I got a floor plan for where my booth is, so we might get a Fibre show this fall. Yay.
Oh my gosh. Let's hope. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Okay. So yarn dyeing weekend. So we'll just do that over Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the 23rd, 24th, 25th of July. So people can start gathering up yarn that they want to dye. Figure out what you want to use to dye with. And yeah, we'll talk more about that next week. That'll be fun. That was a really fun weekend last year. So it'll be, I think people are
Yeah.
looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah. Fun.
Excellent. Well, all right. So we just have to keep working on our get her done projects.
Yipper. I'm
There
not
you go.
doing any more work today. For the rest of today, I'm going to relax and
Good.
work on these socks because I want to get them done.
There you
And then
go.
I can wear them.
You'll have them all ready to go camping.
I will.
You'll have them before that. But yeah. Excellent. Great. That's a good goal for the weekend. Get those socks
It
done.
is.
You're super close. It won't
And
take
something
much.
else. I'm sure I'll get other things done too.
Good. Well, post a picture in the Facebook group.
I will for sure.
And I'm gonna go weigh my ball because now I definitely have to know how much yarn I have left. There has to be. Let me tell you, if I am not, so what do I need? I need 12.5 grams left, right? Because it's a 50-gram ball. No, oh my gosh, no, I need 25. See, look at that, my math's way off. 50-gram ball, so it has to be under 25 grams. If it is not, you're gonna hear me crying all the way to your house. Because I am so sure, because I am like so pumped because remember last week I had that little, whoops, sorry, I jiggled the camera. I had like part of a ball left and I wasn't even counting it because I thought I would finish it Friday night. So otherwise I would have said, well, I'll get like 2 and a bit balls done, right?
Mm-hmm.
That part ball took me until I think Tuesday night when I was on Zoom with our guild. That's when I finally finished. I get it knit forever. And
Wow.
yeah, so there is good yardage in these balls. These balls are actually bigger than like a regular croy ball. So anyways, I okay, now I totally forgot what I was going to talk about. What was I going to say? I have no idea. Anyway, the balls are just taking a lot longer to knit. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not getting a whole lot done, but I'll just plug away. And we've got, so for any of our new members here or our new subscribers, because we've had a few new subscribers join the podcast, we do a live knit night over on Facebook every Friday night. So if you're not a member of the Facebook group, you can go over there and request to be a member. You just have to make sure you answer one or both of the questions so we know you're a real person, and you'll be let in, and then you can post in the Facebook group all week long, and you can join us Friday night for our live knit night from 6 to 8 o'clock. Where
it's lots of fun.
Yeah, we talk about every topic under the sun, and we sometimes include knitting. It's lots of fun. You just never know
That's right.
the direction that is going to take. So it is fun. When I log in Friday night, I have no preconceived ideas of what we will talk about. It's just yeah, it just it's always a fun 2 hours.
It is. You just never know what shenanigans are going to go on.
Oh my gosh, you just never you never know. You never know. And hopefully I've been having trouble with Facebook though the last like probably 3 weeks, is that we'll get through an hour, sometimes more. I think last week we had about 15 or 20 minutes left, and then the Facebook app just closes. So I'm not sure what that's all about. So we just restart and carry on. And
yeah, I missed last week.
Well, if you want to join us, you can send me, if you're around, if you want to chat live, come on and send me a request, and
and
you can join in live and chat with everybody. It would be fun. All right. Well, I think that is all our knitting we've got for this week, isn't it?
I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well, So we've got get her done stuff to finish up and then start thinking about yarn to dye for the wool dyeing challenge.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
we'll have to start a thread or something with some different ideas of different things you can use or do, or
yeah,
maybe some videos that I'm sure there's lots on YouTube.
there's lots.
Yeah.
Chem Knits was the one I remember from last year that
Mm,
she's got a lot of great tutorials on
yeah.
there. And I'm sure we'll probably talk about it the next few Friday nights too. We've
Yeah. And
already been,
it doesn't have to be super complicated either.
oh,
There's lots of simple ways to dye some fun
yeah, you need
colors.
base white wool or any light color. I mean, even a light
Yeah.
gray or a beige or a light pink would work, but
Yeah.
100% wool and some vinegar and food coloring works. Kool-Aid, if
Mhm.
you're in a spot where you can get Kool-Aid that does not have the sugar already
With
mixed in.
no sugar.
Yeah, don't use the ones. All we have
Yeah.
here in Canada, or at least in Ontario, are the ones that have the drink mix and the sugar all mixed together. Don't
Yeah.
use that.
Yeah.
But if you can still get the regular little single packages of Kool-Aid, that we could always
Yeah.
get up until a couple of years ago, they work fine. Wilton's cake icing dyes, they work
Yes.
great.
I
And
was
all
just
of
gonna say
all
that and I couldn't think of the name.
I know. And all of those are totally food safe. So you can use them in your microwave with just like a 9 by 13 baking dish that you already have in your
Mhm.
cupboard. And it's all it is. It will be, yeah, food coloring Kool-Aid or the cake icing dye and some vinegar. So it's totally, you can use it for dyeing and then you can wash the pan and you can make lasagna in it for supper.
That's right. And I think you can get those at Bulk Barn, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. The cake icing dyes. Yep. And Michael's has some of them too.
Oh, okay. Yes, because
Yep.
they do have all that baking stuff, don't they?
And
I
there's
always
a
forget.
lot of colors. The Kool-Aid,
Mhm.
you're kind of limited on colors, but and I guess food coloring, you're limited too, unless you want to try mixing, making your own colors. The cake icing dye, they're cheap and you can get a couple, 2 or 3 colors to play around with, and
Mhm.
yeah. So it's
Sounds fun.
doable for everybody. You can, if you have a microwave, yeah, just buying the wool, get a couple of skeins of wool.
Mhm.
That's really, might be the biggest thing, a trip to a yarn shop or an online order or something, and then you'll be set to go. But yeah, we've
Sounds
been
good.
talking about it the last few Friday nights already. So we talked last week a lot about what fruits and things were good. So yeah, so we'll could talk about it all day long. So we will talk more about it next week when we're a little closer. Once this current challenge is over, then we'll focus more on the next one. All right. Well, happy knitting and stitching, Cheryl.
Thanks. You too.
Yes, I
Get her done.
get her done. I know. A little bit of a push this weekend to get her done.
Yeah.
So next week
Uh,
we'll be back here next weekend with a brand new podcast, and we will show you what we have got done.
yeah. And hit the like and the subscribe if you want to come back and watch us again.
Yes, and because it does, and the more likes and subscribes and comments that we get, the more it helps the channel grow, and we'll get more people in our little knitting community here.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, have a
Hey,
great knitting week, and we'll see you next weekend.
see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.